大家好，我是麦克老师。今天我们讨论的是美国小费文化到底如何。How are y'all doing today? I'm doing great. Today's topic is tipping. It is a very unique part of American culture. What do you guys think about leaving tips?
为什么到美国要给小费的？太浪费钱了！我已经很贫穷了，给小费没有道理啊。OK， 到底要给多少钱？
Do you really have to tip? How much do you have to tip? Why do you have to tip? Who do I have to tip? This is not an easy question. So to answer this question, let's go to New York City and ask people on the street, why do Americans tip? 哎呦，但是问题是我还在中国，怎么办？ I know. I'm gonna call my friend Luke from Cloud English and see if he can help us out. So right now, let's go live to Luke in New York City. Luke, are you there, Luke? Luke?
Hey guys, it's Luke from Cloud English. I'm here in Times Square, and actually was here a few days ago trying to ask your questions, but it was full of people doing yoga. So anyway, I'm back, and I'm going to ask some questions, your questions, to people walking around in Times Square, and we'll see what they say. So let's go. Our viewers have asked some questions, and I just want to ask you a couple of them. So, what's your name?
Paul.
So your name is?
Carrie.
Carrie, and you are from?
Australia.
And you live in?
Singapore.
Singapore, okay, cool.
Compared to my life in Shanghai, it's different from here because I have to work and study with people.
No, in China, there's actually no tipping.
We don't have tipping at all in Australia,
No
and we
tipping.
don't tip in Asia
For anything?
either. No.
What are basically the rules of tipping in America as you see them?
I think it all depends on what the person's doing.
What are your rules? Who do you tip, when do you tip, and how do you know how much to tip? Because there's no tipping in China.
There's no
They
tipping
don't
in
tip.
China?
We tend to only tip if we've had outstanding service.
I think if they do a service for you, like if somebody comes to wash my window, I'll give them a tip.
Yeah.
Like your waiter was just outstanding,
Yeah.
or if you had a tour guide or a driver and they gave outstanding service.
Like they will let you know how much you should tip when they give you the receipt.
For me, I'm for tipping. I'm pro tipping.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's a very small, for me, I don't make much money. And that's something I can really bless somebody with.
At a restaurant, I would tip 20%.
20. Okay. Is it always 20%?
So I just follow the minimum requirement.
You leave a $5 tip there, it's going to mean a whole lot to somebody.
Yeah.
And it's very easy for me to do. So I'm pro tipping, but they've got to earn it. Like, that's a big thing for me.
I could say I've never given less than 20%.
Okay.
And I've never had altercations with a waiter or anything like that. But the rule, I guess, is if they're not of good service at all, if they're rude, then you would, I don't know, it's up to the person, I guess.
So I don't mind tipping, but if you do get crappy service, I do begrudge handing over a tip.
It feels a little, yeah. And I've tipped 0 before.
All right.
But I told the waiter, I'm tipping you 0, and this is the reason.
Okay. You had your reason.
You're an They don't make any money besides that, right? And then your responsibility is to basically pay their salary.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we understand that the cost of wages is quite low in these service jobs, so we understand that tipping certainly supplements the person's income.
I don't care. I'm poor.
So that's something in the States that takes a bit of getting used to, that you have to tip your waiter, your person who carries your luggage.
I have to be very open-minded, and I have to intake other people's culture and kind of make myself immerse into this big culture.
Thanks a lot, Luke. That was a lot of information. So let's review. The standard tip at a restaurant is about 20%, unless you have bad service, in which case you can give 10, 15%, or maybe even a 0. Most kinds of service workers expect tips, that is, waiters, taxi drivers, tour guides, bellboys, basically anyone who gives you some kind of service. But why? 因为在美国我们相信多劳多活. The harder you work, the more you get. And remember, giving a good tip can mean a lot to somebody, especially when they have a very low salary and they rely on tips to make a living. And I know this is a really strange custom that we have, but I do encourage people, if you go to America, if you believe people should be rewarded for their good work, then make sure you leave a good tip. 多劳多活. I want to know, what do you think about tipping? Is it a good custom or a bad custom? Please leave me a comment below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave a like. 我是麦克老师，下次再见。